This episode of Rick and Rick is brought to you by Taskin, the first name in ultra-stylish, premium-quality travel gear, like the Taskin Air Duo dual-sided compression packing cubes. One side's 100% air breathable to keep clean clothes fresh and wrinkle-free. The other side's odor and water-resistant to keep dirty laundry sealed up tight. Now you can pack up to 40% more in the same space. Save 30% on your next purchase when you use the promo code R&R Take 30. That's R&R Take 30 at TaskinSF.com.
This time out, the Ricks reopen the vault to revisit an episode from August 2019, where they marvel over a freaky new Amazon Prime show called The Boys, an R-rated horror movie featuring the banana splits, the origin of the McDonald Shamrock Shake, and enormous Lucky Charms marshmallows coming to a s'more near you. Enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome to Rick and Rick Rule the World. This is Rick Matheson with my bud Rick Wooden. How you doing, Rick Wooden?
I'm doing great. It's a little warm here this week. We're back in triple digits, which is always kind of ironic when the kids go back to school. We get that little heat wave that comes through. So
yes,
I'm eager for the next couple of weeks to go by so we get back to beautiful California weather.
Yes, my favorite weather in California, at least where we live, is October. Like September, October is like the best. But where I grew up, it would be this hot at the beginning of the school year, and I hated it. Triple digits at the beginning of the school year, especially because my school didn't allow shorts. So,
oh no.
Yeah, so that
and
really,
it probably didn't have an air conditioner, right?
Nope. So not fun. Now we've officially become. Back in my day, we couldn't wear shorts to school. We didn't have no newfangled air conditioner, you little snowflake.
That's right. Oh man, a couple of years ago, my son said to me, he's like, "Dad, when you were growing up, you didn't have the internet. So when you wanted to play games with your friends, how did you connect to them?" It's like I went to their house. We played on the same console.
I have something to kind of blow your mind here. Next month, we're up on the season 2 finale of Rick and Rick Rule the World, followed by the big season 3 premiere of Rick and Rick.
Cow.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe that people have put up with us for 2 seasons.
Or that we put up with each other for 2 seasons.
Totally.
I want to start off with the reason that I even realized that our season finale is fast approaching is this story I sent you, because Pumpkin Spice is back earlier than ever this year. Starbucks will be rolling out the Pumpkin Spice Lattes, I guess on August 27th, which is a date earlier than last year's official launch. So, I don't think I've ever had one of these things, but it's so on my radar now just because first season we talked a lot about that at the first episode or two.
Yeah. I'm stunned that it's here so early. Well, going back to our childhood, I mean, I'm sure you remember the Shamrock Shake at McDonald's.
Totally.
Remember that?
Love the Shamrock Shake.
Totally. I imagine, and they had other special flavors too. That's just the one that I liked. I was a big fan of the color green, and I'm Irish, so I was like, hey, I love it. But I imagine that's kind of what the pumpkin and spice is for some people. They're like, hey, I got pumpkin and spice lattes again, and they're very excited about this.
No, clearly people are. People live. There are people that are like, oh my God, the pumpkin spice is back.
Do you know what year they introduced the Shamrock Shake?
I have no idea. 1970 something?
Exactly, 1970.
Oh, wow.
That thing has pretty much been like our generation thing.
Yeah.
It didn't exist before us. I think that's why we love it. I think for later generations, say, my brother or kids or whatever, it's the McRib sandwich, right? That's the, special thing.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, I like those too. All right. Well, speaking of 1970s memories, the banana splits are back, but not in any kind of way that I would have thought they'd be back. The New York Times says that the banana splits are back in a R-rated, very violent, very scary horror movie. You remember Banana Splits? I remember watching repeats when I was a kid. It was like one of those Sid and Marty Krofft shows, like Sigmund and the Sea Monsters and all of those. Right. Distinctly remember, it was like they'd slide down a slide at the end of the intro, and it was like la na 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 na. I loved it.
So they had what? They had Fleagle the Beagle, Bingo the Ape, Drooper the Lion, and Snorky the Elephant.
I would not have remembered any of those at all. But apparently, this new movie includes death by lollipop. And yes, I guess it's available to buy online, and I guess it's going to air on Sci-Fi in October. Now, the thing that caught me about this story is, I guess the director, I will not get this name correct, Danishka Esterhazy, said that the whole kind of conceit where the idea comes from is that the sunglasses on the characters, they hide the eyes, the frozen expressions and mouths that sometimes move and sometimes don't. It wasn't a stretch to take that creepiness and turn it into a gleefully sinister movie. So
that's crazy. So it's going to air on the Sci-Fi Channel, right?
Yeah, maybe it'll come with Sharknado in it too. So you got me on this show, damn it. The Boys on Amazon Prime. Folks, if you have not been watching this show, as soon as you're done with this show, drop what you're doing and go watch The Boys on Amazon Prime. It is excellent.
So let's start out with number one, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen this show, you'll want to skip this part. We're probably going to spoil the hell out of it. Yeah. Number two, if you do decide you're going to go watch it, it is dark. It is very dark. There are things that happen in there that will stay with you for days. And every episode has one of those things. Like, I remember in the first episode, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they just did that. Yes. And then in the second episode, I'm like, holy cow. Yes. And then I won't even tell you what I said after the third episode. So, it's awesome.
I think it's okay to spill the beans on one thing because you see it in the first few moments of the first episode. There's a couple kind of kissing and she's slightly off the edge of the curb. This is in New York. This thing comes flying by and obliterates her in slow motion. And the man is standing there with her hands, only her hands, still in his own hands. It's that gross. But the show is kind of a satire of, a universe where superheroes are kind of corporate owned entities and are promoted as such and are monetized as such. And as things progress, you start to see that maybe the superheroes aren't quite what they appear to be. Jack Quaid plays Huey in the show. And, he's the son of Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. It also has Carl Urban, Elizabeth Shue. I don't know where she's been hiding for the last couple of decades. I'm sure she's been on something that I just haven't watched, but she's excellent here. And the show is at turns horrific and then hilarious and sometimes touching and sometimes repulsive. Have you seen the scene with the dolphin yet?
No.
Okay,
no, so that must be.
Won't spoil it. I literally was gasping, then gasping, and then gasping again. It is hilarious. And it's about a group of vigilantes who are working to take down what is actually a corrupt company with corrupt superheroes.
That's right.
I'm so glad you taught. I saw a commercial and I thought, it's one of those over-the-top satire like Goofy. Not at all.
Totally. Not at all. No. So let me give credit where credit's due. So one of our listeners, Eric, actually turned me onto the show, and I'd seen that's right. Eric, I had seen the commercials just like you, and Eric reached out to me and said, oh my God, dude, I'm watching this. You got to check it out. I said, it was on my list. So I watched the first episode, and I immediately texted him afterwards and said, what did I just watch? It's nuts. The heroes are corrupt. Yeah. And so they are like corrupt businessmen that you would see on any, sensationalized, Wall Street movie or what have you, except that they're superheroes. What else is Carl? Carl Urban was Billy Butcher, the guy who pretended to be the FBI agent in the first couple shows. Yeah. What was he in? He looks so familiar. Is he related to somebody, or what is the deal?
He's Dr. McCoy.
Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. It was driving me nuts. Like I recognized him. I recognized the voice, and I just for the life of me couldn't place it.
It's a very good show, so we highly recommend it. And I just saw that it is one of, if not the most watched show on Amazon Prime, and it has been renewed for a second season. They're already filming season 2. Anyway, we have got to go to our first break here, folks. So stay tuned for the good, the bad, and the marketing. Be right back. Hey, Rick and Rick Nation, don't forget to check out our website at rickandrick.com. It's double the Rick in just one click at rickandrick.com. Hey, everybody, welcome back to Rick and Rick Rule the World. This is Rick Matheson with Rick Wooten. And Rick, did somebody say, what the F? We were talking about this Shamrock shake, but that's got nothing on these McFizz cups in Japan. I saw this in Ad Age. These cups are for this promotional drink, I guess, that my that come out once in a while, and it has these drawings on either side. One shows a boy, one shows a girl, and it's fine. I take it that the drink itself is opaque, that you can't see through the cup while you're drinking it. Well, when you drink everything and only have the empty cup, if you turn it certain ways, this boy and girl are doing some nasty.
Yeah, but there's by the way, I think this is funny as heck. That said, I don't think this is intentional. I mean,
no.
Like if you watch one of the commercials for it, they show you that if you turn the glass a certain way, you can see the boy and the girl kiss.
Yeah.
So, McDonald's themselves knew that transparency was going to do something for them. Yeah. What they didn't expect is all the perverted people out there to turn it in a certain way so that they did other things. That's what happens. We live in a society of dirty-minded individuals.
Now, for the more playfully minded individuals, at least of a certain age, Friends is celebrating its quarter century now. Apparently, a quarter century on TV comes with its perks, and Lego is out with a Lego Friends set of Central Perk. And it's a pretty good set.
Totally. I mean, they go as far as having the guitar that Phoebe plays up on one of the couches.
You know what? I didn't look for a Smelly Cat in there.
Oh, Smelly Cat. I don't know. I'm looking. I don't see Smelly Cat.
What are they feeding you? Smelly Cat, oh, Smelly Cat. It's not your fault. Quarter century later, I can remember that.
Yeah. Now, okay, so we're going into season 3. Do you think season 3 is enough for Lego to do a set of us?
Well, you'd think, at least. But what would it be? See, we need an official layer for them to do a set for us. So we got to figure out a studio location, or at least pretend that it's ours.
That's awesome. Well, I mean, we're still waiting for our Pez dispensers, by the way.
Yeah,
so, there's that.
It could be the Bat Cave, just rebranded as Rick and Rick.
Oh,
the Ultimate Man Cave. It's Batman Cave.
That's good. That's good.
Yes, we got the Shamrock Shake. Lucky Charms is coming out with a Jet Puff Marshmallows version of Lucky Charms. So these are the Lucky Charms flavored version, multi-flavored versions of the Jet Puff Marshmallows. And the whole idea is that it would be used in things like s'mores.
So for Lucky Charms, if my memory serves correctly, because I haven't had it in a little bit, the marshmallows are kind of crunchy, right? They're not soft like a regular marshmallow you'd use in a s'mores. So these ones are actually soft.
Yes, these are like regular puffy marshmallows, but they're done in the same flavors. The Blue Diamonds, whatever flavor blue is.
Yellow stars, green clovers, blue diamonds.
Do they have individual flavors? Because this is making it sound like they do, but I'm not sure I ever could tell in the cereal itself.
Even if they did, like if you pull out a pack of Lifesavers, they probably do have individual flavors, but the sugar is so overwhelming. Yeah. Like they really just taste like a sugary piece of whatever candy in your mouth. So I'm not sure that the marshmallows did, but kudos to them if they can figure out how to add it in there.
Yeah, hopefully it will be magically delicious.
This is great. So people have talked about doing this for years. Finally, Mattel's done it. And they've come out with Barbie Star Wars. Right? Ooh. And so it looks like they're going to have 3 Barbie dolls that are Star Wars themed. There'll be Princess Leia, no surprise. There will be R2-D2, which is a blue-haired Barbie with one blue eye, which is kind of weird, a square eye. Yeah. But then the dress kind of looks like R2-D2, which is kind of cool. And she's got, I forget what they're called, the sleeves, the arm sleeve things, that also are R2-D2 shaped. Yep. And it looks like her purse is almost like a 3CPO.
Oh, yes.
It's kind of cool, right? And then even Princess Leia, her purse is actually the symbol for the rebellion. And then the really cool one is the dominatrix Darth Vader.
Oh, my Amidala.
And so, like black bodysuit, boots, the cape, and her purse is shaped like the control panel off of the chest of Darth Vader. So I don't know. These are kind of fun, and if you have a daughter that's really into Star Wars, I think it's pretty awesome. But it comes with a price. It looks like these are going to be going for $100.
Wow.
So,
the full collection is going to put you out some dough.
That's $300.
Wow.
And they're going to sell out, and they're going to go up in price.
Very cool. Well, we need to go to our second break here, folks. When we come back, it is time for loaded questions. So do not go anywhere. Right, we are back. Rick and Rick rule the world. Rick Wooten, are you ready for some loaded questions?
I'm as ready as I'll ever be. Let's bring it on.
All right, we have 3 questions. First up, Facebook has decided to rename Instagram. Which of the following? A, Photobook. B, Instabook. C, Instagram from Facebook. D, Snapshot from Facebook. Or E, Zuck this. Which of these has Facebook decided to rename Instagram?
I really wish it was Zuck this. That'd be so funny. I did see this. I think it's Instagram from Facebook is what it ended up being, right?
You are correct. So according to Marketing Land, Facebook is adding from Facebook to both Instagram and WhatsApp in an effort to bring its fastest growing platforms more directly under the Facebook umbrella. But not everyone gives a Zuck.
I could agree with that, by the way.
All right, question 2. In a surprise announcement, Verizon is selling social media site Tumbler to which of the following? A, Facebook, B, WordPress, C, Huffington Post, or D, the Banana Splits. Verizon is selling Tumbler to whom?
I'm going to guess WordPress because I think I heard something about this one.
You are correct. So 2 for 2. According to The Verge, Automattic, the company behind WordPress, is buying Tumbler, get this, for about the price of a mid-sized house in the Bay Area. So,
wow.
Yeah, in 2013, Yahoo purchased Tumbler for $1.1 billion before Yahoo itself was acquired by Verizon for gazillions. Well, now Automattic is buying it for about $3 million. All right, last question. Which of the following will not appear in CW's upcoming 5-part crossover Crisis on Infinite Earths as a version of our favorite superheroes from alternate realities or Earths? Which of these will not be in that series? A, Burt Ward as Dick Grayson / Robin. B, Kevin Conroy as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Kevin Conroy is the voice of Batman for the last 30 years on animated shows. C, Brandon Routh as both the Atom, presumably, and the same Superman he played in Superman Returns. Or D, Winnie from the Wonder Years. Which of these will not appear in Crisis on Infinite Earths, the 5-part crossover series between, I guess, Supergirl, Batwoman, Legends of DC, or whatever the hell that's called, Legends of Tomorrow, The Flash, and Green Arrow?
I'm going to go with Winnie from the Wonder Years.
Yes, you are correct. 3 for 3. Great job. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up. Congratulations, Rick Wooten. That was your best loaded questions episode ever. So great job there. And thanks, everybody, for listening. And be sure to tune in for the next episode of The One Show where everybody's name is Rick and everybody rules the world.
Thanks so much, everyone.